Hello everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. You're probably noticing the different setup, which I have to explain right now. Well, here's the thing guys, there's a lamp right to my right over here, and to keep the webcam lit up so it looks like you actually see my face, even if it's daytime, I have to put all three lights on. Problem is, the lights generate a lot of heat, and within the confines of my small room, in addition to the laptop to my right, which is always on all the time, it gets unbearably hot in my room. Excuse me. Even though I have a fan on the left side of me, pointed at the computer, it's still too hot. So I had to change over from this, yeah, let's just show the. Okay, the whole thing fell apart. Whatever, get rid of that. I had to change from the snowball mic to back to the headset, because at least this way, I can point the fan directly at my face so that it keeps me cool. Whereas if I do that with the snowball mic, it picks up the sound of the fan, and it makes a lot of interference. So yeah, apologies for the different change. I hope it doesn't affect the enjoyment of this series that much. I ran numerous tests within the sound tests and test recordings to make sure everything sounded okay. Judging from my tests, they sound just about the same compared to the snowball mic, so yeah. Again, apologies for this, it's just that it's getting way too unbearable in my room to deal with the lights on, and the computer next to me is just unbearable. And when it gets unbearable, I have less fun, because it's just uncomfortable to sit here. And it makes me drink a lot more too, so yeah. Anyway, we are here on the Pantagruel guest area, and we gotta talk to more people. According to this, 5 more people. This whole video is probably just going to be me talking to a lot of people, but is what it is sometimes. Let's start with Blue Blonde right here.
Good day to you, Reen Schwarzer.
He's not wearing his mask.
What the? You're the Phantom Thief!
Why you look so damn surprised?
You sure look comfortable. What are you doing here?
He was obviously hired by the Noble Alliance.
Ha ha! Why wouldn't I be? I'm as much a guest on this ship as you are. And who would deny themselves the pleasure of a ship so beautiful? The furnishings are immaculate. The food and wine are positively sumptuous.
At the very least, guys, you won't hear the clicking and clacking of my controller anymore, because the mic was right above where my controller would be set. So that's another plus, so let's see how this goes, alright?
And I am of the firm belief that it's wasteful not to take advantage of the opportunities life presents you.
Maybe, but there's still a sense of karma, right and wrong, Blue Blonde. Now, I still don't know if the C is silent. Is it Blue Blanc or Blue Blonde? I gotta figure that out.
And speaking of opportunities, don't just stand there. Take a seat and join me in having a drink.
I just had tea with Scarlet, so...
You've been blessed with the rare chance to sit and chat one-on-one with the most beloved thief of our time.
Sure.
I can't believe that's how you describe yourself.
Well, he is Phantom Thief B. Why won't he take advantage of that, Reed?
Well,
indulgent.
What the hell? I'll have a drink.
Sure.
Nothing alcoholic, though.
Oh, of course, gotta stay within the limits. Legal limits that we're in.
Funny. I didn't realize you'd met Prince Oliver.
When?
Ha! Indeed. There are few even among royals whose palate is so refined as his.
That's one way to look at him.
Between our shared love of beauty and fundamental difference of opinion on the nature of love,
yes,
he forever remains an endless source of entertainment for me.
Sure, we understand that, but whatever.
I suddenly feel very sorry for him. What happened down in Liberl sounds pretty amazing, though. I'd heard there were problems with orbital technology in southern Ereboni at the time, but I had no idea that was why.
I'm not sure what Rena's referring to.
Ha ha! That magnificent floating city was quite the sight to behold, let me tell you. Oh, how I wish I could have shown it to you.
I've heard the name Liberal before, but were we there in the first game? I don't remember.
It would have changed your view of the world completely.
I just have to take your word on it, Blue
It
Blonde.
really does sound amazing. Wait, why am I sitting here having a friendly discussion with a wanted criminal?
He works for Ouroboros. I mean, what else can you do?
He has so many interesting and unusual stories, I got completely caught up listening to them.
Yeah, he's an interesting fellow. I gotta admit that. Interesting, but still an opponent.
Ha ha! A thief of my caliber can steal much more than objects read.
Also, what the hell is in your glass? It looks like an orb.
There. I was able to steal much of your time and your interest.
Fair play, Blue Blonde.
Perhaps I stole your heart as well?
Oh, definitely not.
Rest assured that did not happen.
Yeah, you tell him, Rain. Also, what's going on behind those pillars? It looks like there's, like, water bubbles rising.
Your stories were interesting, though, I'll admit.
Maybe it's just an effect? I have no idea.
By the way, you wouldn't happen to know where Prince Olivert is now, would you?
If he did, I don't think he would tell you.
Last I checked, he wasn't actively fighting against the Alliance.
Ha ha! I imagine Duke Cayenne would welcome a man like the Prince with open arms into the Alliance, if he so wished to join.
See, that's the thing. You know that old saying, if you can't beat them, join them? I think that applies here.
To my knowledge, he was always wary of the Chancellor himself. But I digress. I'm afraid not even I know where he is at the moment.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it again.
However, I'm inclined to believe that wherever he's hiding, the Crimson Wings is there with you.
If you say so.
So the Courageous is missing too, then.
Really? I mean, Crow would probably know where the Courageous is, right?
Although the Duke's got some nerve if he expects Prince Olivert to side with him after he imprisoned the rest of the Imperial family.
That is a good point.
But think, these kinds of things are simply what the great nobles of this country have always done. The War of the Lions, too, was brought about by numerous families of some standing backing potential successors to the throne. Emperor Dreigels, as a late arrival to the war, was a mere exception to the rule.
Alright.
I wonder, does Prince Olivert think himself as the second coming of Dreigels?
I can't speak for his mindset, I really can't.
One of
Stevie,
which
shut
is to
up.
bring the winds of change to Thor's military academy. A gust of fresh air, if you will.
Actually, no, considering I'm wearing the headphones with this tiny mic, maybe you guys can't hear her bark anymore. That'd be a nice plus. That'd be a great plus, actually.
I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you.
Oh god.
We believed then, as we still do, that one day you all will be a great light that can push back the darkness of this country.
Now you've blamed the guilt trip on me with this flashback.
I don't think he does.
Hmm.
From what I can tell, he intends to try and end this war in a slightly different way from Dreigels.
Oh? Do tell.
Sorry, but I should be going.
Well, don't leave him hanging.
Thanks for all the interesting stories. They helped me work through things in my head a bit.
Oh, and I put the mask on.
I'm pleased to hear it. I will be waiting at the edge of my seat to hear which path you choose. Join us, and you'll be warmly welcomed. Naturally, I'm fascinated by you as the Ashen Knight's pilot. But I'm even more fascinated with that brute strength of yours. I would love the chance to see the power of an ogre up close.
I don't know why you're comparing him to an ogre.
I doubt it's half as interesting as what you're thinking.
No, it's very interesting reading when you go Super Saiyan.
Anyway, if you'll excuse me.
Okay, we've got 4 more people to talk to on this level. Who else could it be? Okay, knock knock. Who's there?
I wonder who's in here.
Could be anybody.
We got a visitor?
Who is that?
Come on in.
Oh, those are those the mercenary guys, Zeno with Leo?
Excuse me.
They always seem to be with each other. Let's see if I'm right. Called it. Called it.
Figured it was you. Sup?
Also, they have the same drink as Blue Blonde.
Have a seat. Bourbon? I suppose not.
That's a weird way to display bourbon with that stupid, that weird orb in the center.
Yeah, I really shouldn't.
Gotta live with Lorraine.
How come you guys are being so friendly, though?
Because they want you to join the Noble Alliance, duh.
I mean, we're on opposing sides and all.
Doesn't have to be that way.
Why wouldn't we be? It's not like we're on a battlefield right now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We're Jaegers. Nothing unusual about us trying to cut some throats one day than sitting in a bar with the same guys the next.
That's kind of a weird analogy.
Of course, if you would rather fight with us, that can be arranged.
No thank you, you'd probably kick my ass again.
I shall have to politely decline. For one thing, I don't think I'd stand the slightest chance of taking you two down.
Good point.
Hey now, no need to be so pessimistic.
You proved your worth before, I mean...
He seems to think pretty highly of you. Have a little more faith in yourself.
It's not that simple, Zeno.
At the very least, you'd be able to give us a real fight in your divine night.
I still think you trounce Serene regardless.
Not that I'd have any intention of losing even then.
Yeah, good point, again.
The scary thing is, I'm pretty sure he's dead serious.
Oh, trust me, he's definitely Isri.
Well, they're used to taking out tanks. They probably have their ways.
Okay, that was a very short... Oh, no, we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Oh yeah? Ranking 72nd for the year in an academy full of big shot students ain't half bad.
Thanks.
Brings a tear to my eye to see our little
Oh,
Fee
it's
putting
Fee.
her heart into her education.
I didn't realize they were talking about Fee.
And don't forget, she was the youngest of her classmates, too.
What about Milliam?
The boss was right when he said that she can do anything she puts her mind to.
Talking about when she was with you or at the academy? I'm very confused.
You got that right. Maybe joining the gardening club will make her a bit more ladylike, too.
I thought she was part of the gardening club.
Oh, who am I kidding?
She's still young. She has plenty of time to develop on that front if she so pleases.
Yeah, she's only 15 after all, right? Nervous laughter.
They really seem to adore her, like two proud parents talking about their child.
I still want to know why they all disbanded after their leader died.
And yet... If
You
you
gonna
don't
ask them,
mind me
Reed?
asking, why did you
Right.
leave Fee behind?
I want to know.
After your boss was killed in a battle with his sworn enemy, I mean.
Do tell.
Oh, Fee told you about that.
Certainly did.
It sounds like you're closer to her than I thought you were.
Don't get the wrong idea here.
I trust this is simply me being paranoid.
But... What?
But you haven't tried making any moves on her, have you?
No, I don't think so. It's a weird
No,
question.
of course not. I wouldn't dream of it. I just want to know why you'd abandon her when she obviously means so much to the two of you. She thought of you all like family. Why did you leave her all alone?
Well,
Please explain. I'd really love to hear your explanation. Go on.
we had our reasons. Let's leave it at that.
Oh, come on.
I know you want to know, but you're not the one we should be telling that to.
I mean, yeah, true. You should say that to Fee, but Fee's not here.
We'll be sure to tell Fee our reasons in due time.
I'm not gonna hold you to that.
Until then, leave the issue be.
All right, I can accept that. Still, she's our classmate. In that sense, she's like family to me, to us, too.
Yeah.
And we feel that way about her just as strongly as you do, if not more so. I want to be perfectly clear on that.
Fighting words right there.
Still, we'll remember you said that. Returning to the matter at hand, you're sure you haven't tried to make any moves on her?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure.
Come on, spit it out.
That'd be really inappropriate.
They really are like two overprotective fathers.
We're just gonna leave it at that. Black screen, huh? Exit the room.
I
Okay.
was hoping to get a bit more out of them about what Zephyr is up to.
Too late now.
All we did was talk about Fee the whole time. Oh well.
Oh well, indeed.
At least now I know that the guys in Zephyr really cared about her, so it wasn't a complete waste of time.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, next up, I guess we'll go to this right door. I assume there's a person in every one of these
I
damn
can
rooms.
sense someone inside.
Who is it? Uh-oh.
What the?
I don't like the looks of that. Yeah, sure, go inside. Even if it kills us, gives us the heart attack, just go inside. Who the hell is in there?
Huh?
Bored-sounding voice. Oh, it's McBurn. Don't mind the intrusion, McBurn.
Oh, it's you.
Just me.
Forgot you were staying here too.
Why did you get that, like, feeling, though? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Do you have some connection to McBurn that we don't know about?
What was that?
I don't know either, Reen.
It's gone now, anyway. Maybe it was just my imagination.
No, it definitely wasn't.
So what's up?
Getting opinions on which side I should support for the war.
I couldn't give a damn whether you joined the Alliance or not, to be honest.
Why? I thought you would care a bit more about this.
Oh, I didn't come here for any specific reason.
Yeah, I just gotta make my rounds, that's all.
Interesting. You mixed by any chance?
Don't tell me this guy's my father or brother or something, that'd be really weird.
Could I sit and talk to you for a while?
What a pain in the ass.
McBurn, do you have anything else better to do with your time right now?
So, what do you want to ask?
Yeah, your heritage.
When we ran into each other back near Berea Hard, you asked a weird question.
I do hope by the end of all these games we do figure out where Reen came from.
Something about being mixed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that?
You know something, don't you,
I didn't
McBurn?
have the chance to figure out what that meant at the time. But what did you mean?
Don't know if I can even explain that one.
Why is that?
It's just something you feel. What we've got mixed into us is obviously different in strength and nature. It's kinda hard to put into words.
Try.
Yeah, seems that way. I know you're not trying to confuse me on purpose, but I really can't wrap my head around what you're saying.
Just watch.
Watch what?
Huh?
I don't know what he's doing either. When did you turn to the Human Torch?
There's no trick to it. I'm not using an ornament, it's not magic.
So what is it then, a plasmid?
And I'm not using an artifact either.
Did you go down the Rapture at some point, McBurn?
I just will fire to appear, and it does.
So it's just a totally unnatural ability.
Kinda weird.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Something that just gives you results, without the processes you'd usually have to go through to obtain them.
Okay, so you didn't... Oh wait, whatever.
You've got one too, right?
You mean the Super Saiyan? Yeah.
Well,
It's not like he can control it, though.
true. That power of mine wasn't something I gained from training.
But you need better control of it, though.
I don't even know where the power itself is coming from.
Hmm.
It's the same kind of thing.
You think so?
People who can do things like that usually have something mixed into them.
Is that what you were referring to?
Something foreign, unnatural, mixed into their body itself. Different to the church's stigmas. Looks like a pretty small part of it in your case, though.
Oh.
Yeah, that scar. Where did that scar come from?
There, huh?
Yep.
Anyway, I couldn't tell you how, where, or why whatever it is got mixed into you.
I hope we find out by the end of the 4th game.
Sure you've got more questions, but sorry. I can't answer them.
Yeah, I figured you couldn't.
No, it's okay. You've answered enough already.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like I understand myself a little better now, actually.
Good for you, I guess.
Do you really care, McBurn?
So, we done now?
Sure.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Was it really that horrible, McBurn? Really?
Oh yeah,
What?
so how much of you is unnatural?
What does that mean?
Me?
Uh-oh.
All of me.
Very cryptic. Very cryptic way to end the conversation.
His circumstances seem very different from mine. Guess all I can do is remember what he said. Maybe there will come a time when it'll all make sense.
I hope so too, Reen.
I'm sure one day I'll find out what this power of mine is. What the story behind me being given this power as a kid is.
Yes, I know, 8 years ago in the woods. I want to know what the hell happened back then.
One day.
They keep revisiting the issue, but they don't get to any context about what happened. He obviously killed something that was attacking himself and his sister, right? But I don't... any context. I really need context.
Huh? I think I can sense someone inside.
Is it that Duvali lady?
The circumstances, I imagine it must be one of the people who fought us in Ymir.
Oh, it could be Vita then. Yeah, go inside. Oh, it's locked?
Huh? It's open.
Or is it, out, the other little
It's
girl?
empty. Weird. I could have sworn I sensed someone in here.
And I forgot her name again. Is it Ultima? Ultima? Yeah, it's a small kid's voice.
Oh,
Yeah, this girl. It's kind of rude to stare at somebody when they're sleeping. Why'd you say black-clad girl? We know her name already.
looking at her lying down like this, she really is just a child.
So let's leave her alone then.
Maybe 12 or 13? Somewhere close to Milliam's age. How did a kid like this end up fighting with the Alliance?
Well, you can say the same thing about Milliam, huh? She ended up fighting for Forwards. Oh, she's getting up, isn't she?
Who are you? Who's calling me?
I'm not calling anybody.
Is she talking in her sleep?
Maybe. Oh, no, she's up.
Situation assessed. Location is a room inside the guest area of the Pentagram.
Okay, it didn't really take that much to figure that out.
9 hours have passed since initial loss of consciousness.
Guess she's sleeping comfortably enough here. Then again, she needs it at her age. She's got plenty of growing left. Wait,
Wait, what?
Huh?
Awkward.
good morning?
I thought it was afternoon.
Green Schwarzer, why are you here?
Long story. You want to hear the whole gist
Unless
of it?
my memories have been tampered with, I believe this room was solely allocated to me.
Why does she talk like that? It's like she's a robot or something.
Oh, it was. Sorry. If I'd known you were sleeping, I wouldn't have come in here.
So you're an intruder then.
Don't use that word.
Clown Soleus.
No, don't bring him into this.
No, it was just an innocent mistake.
Really?
Whoa, can we at least talk about this?
No mercy for trespassers.
You... okay, really? Ow. Was that really necessary?
So you claim to have no inappropriate motives for sneaking into this room.
Why would I?
Not claim! I really didn't!
But once you walked in, you fell victim to temptation and chose to act in accordance to your desires.
What desires? I'm just making the rounds on the ship.
No, I didn't! How many times do I have to explain what happened before you'll believe me?
I was making a joke.
Ah ha ha ha.
Had you any intention of harming me, Clown Soleus would have attacked you. That he didn't proves your innocence.
So why'd you have him whack Rain then? Still don't speak that language.
Oh, right. Then what was all that for?
Right.
Oh, whatever. I suppose it's my own fault for coming in without permission.
Don't say that, Rain.
Anyway, I've cleared my name. I'll see you some other time, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see more of her later.
If that's what you want to do,
Why'd the music stop?
you didn't come to ask me anything then?
I got plenty to ask you.
Well, no. Honestly, I didn't even know you were in here. I do have a lot I'd like to ask you, though, and just as much I'd like to say to you.
Yeah, considering she took your sister.
Okay, if you're offering.
Want to take a seat?
What are your reasons for helping the Alliance?
Yeah, because she's not part of Ouroboros. I don't know if she's part of a Jaeger group either.
Why do you have a puppet just like Milliam's? Just who are you?
Don't tell me you're Milliam's sister. That'd be really creepy.
The answer to your first question is, I was ordered to do so.
By who?
As all information regarding Clown Soleus is confidential, I am unable to answer your second question.
Of course, a real hush-hush redacted sort of thing. I get you.
And as for the last one, I am unable to fully comprehend the depth of your question.
Try opening your mind a little bit, Ultima.
Oh, forget it.
Yeah, she's impossible.
You abducted my sister and the princess. Whether you were ordered to or not doesn't change that.
It is true.
And it's not something I think I can forgive. See you around.
I'm sure your sister's still alive, but I don't know when we're gonna see her again. Why are you groaning?
Sorry, that was probably too harsh.
I mean, orders are orders. You'll have to like orders to follow.
I can't pretend to know anything about your circumstances.
It is true.
But I do know that you didn't abduct them of your own free will.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that said, I'll be going. Maybe we'll have a chance to talk again sometime.
I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of her
The
lately.
Black Workshop.
Excuse me?
What?
Black Workshop?
That's the name of the place I belong to.
Okay, it sounds very boring, actually.
It was they who loaned me to the Noble Alliance.
The Black Workshop. I don't get it.
Unless you choose to join the Alliance, that is the most I'm able to disclose to you.
The name doesn't ring any bells.
Really doesn't.
And loaned? That makes it sound like... I suppose it's none of my business.
Yeah, it sorta isn't. Don't pat her on the head.
Thanks for telling me.
That's such a creepy thing to do, Reen, especially with
I'll
strangers.
be sure to remember that name.
I can't see doing so holding any real purpose for you.
You are a strange one, you know that?
Incidentally, did you have any untoward motives behind what you just did?
He does it with his sister, it's nothing
No,
personal.
I did not.
Okay, we should just leave before this gets any more awkward.
The Black Workshop? Loaned?
I don't get it either.
Sounds like stuff worth remembering.
She does talk like she's a robot, though, but I think she's a person. I honestly don't know. Okay, is this Duvali? Yeah, it looks like Duvali, I think. Yeah, okay.
Having to travel to and from Crossbell like this is utterly exhausting.
Do you have a better way?
No, I mustn't complain. I'm doing this for the sake of my lord.
Didn't I see her in Legram?
Did you?
Who goes there?
I mean, we saw her in Berea but we fought her, but I don't think...
Wait! You're the Ashen Knight's pilot!
When did we see her in Legram?
I remember you now.
Do tell, Reen, I don't remember her.
You're with Ouroboros. Duvali the Swift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you no shame? Is it perhaps normal for you to barge into a lady's room unannounced?
In RPG standards, yeah, it is pretty normal.
You and that Arseid are only as bad as each other, I swear! Learn your place!
You have such a temper problem.
Actually, I just walked through the door normally. I should have probably knocked before I came in, though. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you should have. We're just gonna leave it at that? When did you... What?
So, now that we're understood, what do you want?
You got all dressed up for Reen? I'm
Have
flat.
you come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side after all?
I don't know what the game's gonna do,
Can you not
Duvali.
jump to conclusions? Besides, it's not like you're working with the Alliance because you agree with what they're doing.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah, you're just doing what your Lord and Savior says to.
Lady Clotilde seems to have a purpose of her own, but for my part, I have no obligation to help the Alliance whatsoever. I'm simply cooperating because I was told doing so was necessary to the plan.
Plan? I'm not sure what she's getting at. Just so we're clear, that lord you keep mentioning isn't Vita Clotilde, is it?
No.
No. She may be an Anguis like her, but my lord is the 7th, not the 2nd.
There's 7 of the people like Vita? Okay.
She is the leader of the Stahlritter, the great light which guides us.
Okay, you're putting way too much faith into this lord of yours, or whatever she
Gallant
is.
yet beautiful, proud yet merciful. She's the strongest knight of all, and oh, she's simply divine.
Okay, but he thinks you're a little obsessed.
Well, you've made it clear how great you think she is.
Can you tell me your name at least?
So the head of the Stahlritter is also a woman?
Apparently.
She certainly is.
What's her name?
And if you must know, 100 swordsmen of your strength couldn't hope to equal her.
That's debatable.
No, 1,000, even 10,000 of you wouldn't be able to so much as scratch her.
Okay, now you're exaggerating.
Okay, I get it. She's strong. Still, if she's a woman who could be described as the strongest knight of all,
I don't know who it would be.
Laura already noticed the similarity between the Eisenritter and Stahlritter, but she really does sound like Saint Sandlot.
I see I've got you thinking.
That's one way to put it.
Incidentally, I may have already mentioned her title, but one can never share my lord's glory too many times.
Can you give me her official name, please?
She's known as the Steel Maiden.
That's her nickname. I want to know her actual
The
name.
Steel Maiden, huh?
She has to have a regular name too, right?
And with that, I believe that's enough idle chatter. If you didn't come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side, then we remain enemies.
Yeah, I know that.
As such, we shouldn't be standing here being friendly with one another.
That's not how Zeno and Leo feel about it.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Sorry for bothering you. Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to ask.
Go ahead.
You're not an enforcer like Blue Blanc or Sharon, right?
I don't think she is.
Is there any reason for that?
Ooh, don't piss her off.
You just had to ask.
Yeah, I kinda did. So what?
Enforcers are selected by the society's leader, the Grandmaster.
There's so many rules and, like, standards with Ouroboros. It's unbelievable.
And in order to be selected as one and given a number, that person needs to be burdened by some kind of darkness.
Okay.
But just so we're clear, there is no correlation between having a number and one's strength, alright? I'm quite strong.
Not as strong as McBurn.
I didn't say you weren't. But it makes perfect sense. You don't strike me as someone who's carrying any kind of darkness with you.
Try looking again, Range. He's very angry.
You're refreshingly sincere. Like someone who hates anything that strays from the path of righteousness.
Yeah.
I'll thank you not to spout such nauseating dribble in my presence.
You really have anger issues.
Now get the hell out of my room!
This only further proves my point. Have you considered anger management, like Adam Sandler did?
She chased me out.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm really curious about the Steel Maiden.
So am I, but she didn't give us her exact name.
Could she really have some connection with the Lance Maiden?
Maybe.
Perhaps even with the woman who helped us during our August field study.
Yeah. So that's everybody we could talk to, right? So what's now? Oh, wait, this person on the second floor, right? I still know who that would be. It sounded like a maid. But what maid would be on the ship if it's not Sharon? Hold on, let's save. I guess we could keep going, and we haven't hit 40 minutes yet, so let's keep going. So guys, I know this is a lot of discussion and dialogue, but this is just the way the game works sometimes.
I think the mate's finished working in there now.
I mean, you probably knew that going into this game as far watching as a Let's Play, right?
I wonder who's using this room, though.
I'm curious to find out as well. Yeah, knock. Knockity knock knock. It's definitely a girl or a woman, but I don't know who it would
Yes? Who is it? Please come in.
be. Okay, that sounds like a very young girl's voice, but I don't recognize it.
That sounds like...
What's this, Elfin
Excuse
or
me.
Elise? Is it Elfin or Elise? Fancy-ass room, I'll give him that. Oh, it is Elfin. Don't get the wrong idea, Elfin.
I had a feeling it was you,
I really didn't.
but I didn't dare to hope.
So she's fine. I figured she was fine.
It's you. It's really, really you.
Why you look so upset? You looked very upset in that shot.
Highness.
How did you get here? This all feels like a dream.
No, it's not a dream, unfortunately.
Please don't tell me it is. I don't think my heart could handle the disappointment.
You do realize he's out of your age range?
It's really me.
It was very creepy if you two got together.
I'm
Very
so
creepy.
glad you're safe. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all of this. If I hadn't been so weak and careless, none of this would have happened.
Yeah, you let Vita distract you. That's why she got taken away.
You mustn't apologize. Simply being able to see you again is more than I could have hoped for.
You must
You're
have
doing
been
it again.
Really lonely. I'm here for you now, though. I might not be the most reliable person for the job, but I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, you gonna tell her about your offer to join the Alliance?
So that's what you've been doing all this time?
I mean, all this time. Hasn't it only been a few days?
Yeah, I was happy all of us were able to get back together again.
And now we're all separated.
But then
probably.
yesterday, I ended up being invited onto this ship by Duke Cayenne. That's why I'm here, talking to you.
I know, it's awkward.
I do recall thinking things were a little noisier than usual yesterday. Now I know why. Strange as it may sound, I suppose I owe the Duke my thanks. After all, if not for his invitation, we wouldn't have been able to find each other like this.
Yeah, but how are you gonna react if Reen joins the Alliance?
Sorry. I wish I could say I'd snuck on board to rescue you or something.
No, it's not that simple. Yeah, where's Elise?
Incidentally, I hesitate to ask, but
You want to know where Elise is, right?
Yep.
She's not on this ship, I'm afraid.
Well, drat.
I can't say for sure, but I believe she's been taken to the same place as my parents.
So why aren't you with her with your parents? Kinda
Really?
weird.
I'm sure it isn't news to you that my mother, father, and Cedric have been imprisoned somewhere.
Yeah, I knew that already.
And apparently, they've chosen Elise to be my family's attendant.
That's why they took her?
So it's likely wherever they've been taken, she's right there with them.
Don't they have enough attendants as is, the Noble Alliance?
Really?
Kinda weird.
I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or what.
I mean, if they want to kill your sister, they would have done so already, Reen.
I can hardly blame you. I feel exactly the same way, even.
But why were you alone imprisoned on this airship?
That's a good question.
Surely there must be some reason.
A bargaining tool,
That
maybe?
was Duke
Negotiations?
Cayenne's decision.
Why?
I believe he's using me to suppress potential rebellion in areas occupied by the Alliance.
But how would they even know you're on board the ship?
By having me address the people
Oh.
and calm them down.
Oh, okay.
Forgive me for saying so, but that's a little messed up. Using you like that.
Misery loves company.
I don't especially mind doing it, honestly. It's a simple enough task.
Look, I know you want to end the war too, don't you?
People all across Erebonia are uneasy about this war. And as princess, I should do what's within my power to help calm their nerves.
Yeah, but...
But at the expense of your own feelings?
What choice do you... I don't think she has any other choice,
I
Reen.
know you want to help, but you can't be happy about being used as the Alliance's puppet to deceive them. Plus, you've been forcibly separated from your family, your best friend. You don't even know where they are.
Okay, you don't need to remind how bleak the situation is.
Yes, but... Oh, why even bother? You see through everything, don't you, Reen?
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, putting my feelings aside, what do you plan to do now?
Well, I mean, you're going to join the Alliance or not, or something else is going to happen.
I presume you don't intend to actually do whatever Duke Cayenne tells you to.
I mean, it's very tempting, considering the constant variables on each side.
Well... I'm really not sure what to do.
Yeah, I'm in two separate mindsets as
The
well.
longer this war goes on, the more people will suffer because of it. But even so, I don't feel as though siding with the Noble Alliance is the right course of action.
What if it turns out your parents are suffering a part of the Noble Alliance? That's going to be even weirder.
And the same goes for the Imperial Army. I can't in good conscience side with them either.
Yeah.
I see.
You gonna give me a suggestion,
There's
Elfin?
so much to think about. You're being used as a puppet against your will?
Stop reminding her of that.
And then Elise is imprisoned somewhere too, being forced to do who knows what. I have to act somehow to change things.
How you propose to do
That
that?
wasn't your fault, Reen.
Ever since I was taken in by my family all those years ago,
Can you tell me what happened 8
I've
years
tried
ago?
to be a brother figure to her. I became the person I am today because of them.
Okay, those eyeballs are really, like, wide. That's scary.
They've always loved me like they would a real son, and she's always treated me like a real older brother.
That's sort of how adoption works,
You
Reen.
saw that power of mine, didn't you? And what I look like when I use it?
Yep.
Well, yes, I did.
Can we get some context what happened in the woods, please?
Back when I was a kid, something just like that happened. I ended up using it right there in front of her.
Give me some more context, please.
She should have been terrified of me. But if she was, she never once let it show. She treated me exactly the same as before.
Yeah, what happened here? Who attacked you? I keep seeing these images,
And
but I
that
don't
was
know what
when
the
I
hell
swore,
happened.
deep within my heart. No matter what happened, no matter what I had to do, I would always protect her.
Am I thinking too much of this scene? I mean, is it really that big a deal, or is it not that big a deal?
And that's why I can't help but wonder. I can't help but wonder if now's the time to live up to that promise. If I should put her before everything else.
And that's a tough one. I mean, you're outnumbered either way right now.
Even if I have to ignore or outright betray my own personal beliefs in the process.
I mean, that's a toughie.
Reen.
Got an idea?
As your honorary little sister, I order you to get a hold of yourself!
You were never my honorary little sister.
What? Your Highness.
I know Elise far better than you think I do.
I wasn't disputing
In
that.
fact, I'd even go as far as to say I know her better than you.
Okay, that's a bit too much.
Reen, she's already told me so much about what happened 8 years ago.
Can you share with me what the hell happened 8 years ago? Jesus.
She told me about how that snowy day was what inspired you to take up the sword. She told me how traumatic that moment was for you. How what happened stays with you even now.
I can only assume the furry thing in the foreground's like a monster? I just don't know. Where do you get that blade?
That, while she hated how she felt the tiniest bit happy because of it. Because it meant that your attention, your guilt, and your sense of responsibility were directed towards her and no one else. And she knew more than anyone how selfish that was.
Oh, now you're making Reen feel bad.
She may have had other reasons for choosing to go to Saint Estrella. But her main reason was that she didn't want you to keep feeling guilty because of her. More than anything else, she wanted to free you of your burdens.
Okay, that's pretty meta and heavy.
You should know, when you joined Thor's and were making new friends, and you finally seemed to be moving forward, she felt a little jealous, and even a little lonely at being left behind. But she was so very, very happy for you too.
That kind of contradicts when she came to Thor's in the first game, and ended up in the schoolhouse with that headless knight.
So please, Reen. Please, don't use Elise to justify not choosing your place in this war. Because I know for a fact, she wants you, of all people, to carve your own path and find true happiness.
This is all leaning towards, like, are they going to give me a choice? I'm very curious. Or, like, does the choice not even matter at some point because someone's going to attack the ship or something? I don't know. It's really bothering me.
I've been so blind. All this time I thought I was trying to protect her, and it's been the other way around since the start.
Okay, you don't have to go that far, Reen.
And that's not just true for her either. Mom, Dad, Master Ka-Fai. All my friends at Thor's, they've been supporting me this whole time. How could I have missed something so obvious? I think I finally understand what I've been lacking inside of me all this time.
Which is what?
I was so focused on trying to protect others, I never stopped to think about how relationships go both ways. Others try to support me just like I try to support them, and I have as much of an effect on them as they do on me.
Yeah, circular karma, I get it.
How did I not realize before now? I'm sorry, Master. I think you gave me that intermediate scroll a bit too soon.
Oh, don't say that. Were you gonna wake him up tonight or something? Well, something has happened.
Better to realize late than never, I suppose. Because now I finally feel like I'm ready. As long as I keep that fact in mind, I won't lose control again.
Wait, does that mean you'll be able to control your powers better? Something happened. The hell is that? Reen has attained a new state of mind. He's not ready to use a new craft, spirit unification, when the time comes. What time? What time comes?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I think he made a moment of self-realization there, but he's fine.
I'm fine. And I've got you to thank for that. Forget honorary. You sounded just like my real sister for a minute.
Don't get her hopes up.
So, thank you. I think it's time we get going.
What do you
I
mean?
wouldn't want to keep my classmates waiting any longer than I already have.
How do you plan on getting off the ship?
A pity, but you're right. I was rather hoping we could stay like this a little while longer. But I suppose all good things have to come to an end.
Don't tell me you're gonna sneak off the ship with Elfin.
Take care of yourself, Reen. I'll leave Elise's rescue to you. No matter what it takes, please. Why are you shaking your head?
I said it's time we get going, didn't I?
You're gonna use brute force to get out here,
There's
aren't
no
you?
way I'm leaving my sister's best friend imprisoned in a place like this.
Okay, so they're not gonna give me a choice then.
I will get the two of us off this ship. So stay close to me.
That's kind of ballsy of you.
Right!
How do you plan on doing this, Reen? Wait, okay, sure. Did you have weapons, at least?
So, do you have an escape plan?
I sure hope he does.
Valimar, the Ashen Knight, is on the deck.
But he's all chained up.
He's chained up there. But if we can get to him, I'm sure we can find some way to use him to get away from here.
Okay.
First, though, we need to find a way to get out of this part of the ship without anyone noticing.
Oh god, we're gonna do like a stealth segment now?
Alright then. I never imagined I'd be running away from here with you at my side.
Maybe there's a vent we could go into?
Elise is going to be so envious.
Okay, stop with the winking.
Anyway, let's get going.
How are we gonna get out of here exactly? Does she have weapons? Level 60, hold on. Does she have weapons? No, no weapons. She has health and stats, but no weapons. That's very unfortunate. I can put accessories on her, but I don't think that's really necessary. Alright, hold on. Is there anything here I could use in this room? No, alright. How do you plan on getting out of here, Reed? There's guards everywhere. Also, actually, guys, we gotta stop. I know it's starting to pick up, but we gotta stop here. We're already over 50 minutes. Okay, that's where we're gonna leave it. I'll pick it up here next time. Thank you for watching. See you then.